I apologize for my look. Yeah, let's just wait for everyone to join. Hi, guys. I sent out a message yesterday saying I wanted to go live. I look ridiculous. I'm aware. Is there like a post I can put I look ridiculous? I had an eye surgery called a pterygium. So I have to keep these glasses on for several weeks and like no sun in my eyes. So I'm trying to get some sunlight on the rest of my body, but I can't get it anywhere near my eye. So this is my ridiculous Johnny Depp incognito. What was that? What was that Johnny Depp movie that he looks like this? The Las Vegas one. Anyway, oh my gosh, why am I going blank on the movie? Hi, guys. Anyone joining? Yeah, I look fine. I look crazy. I've looked like a crazy person for about a week. It's like my second day sort of up and about. For anyone who has a pterygium, I'm so sorry. I have had mine for about 1.5 years, and it's a growth across your eye that you have to have taken off, and they take a graft of the rest of from another part of the eye. They put it on top where the growth was, and then they go biopsy the growth. So I'm sure it'll be fine. So anyway, that's my life right now. But I wanted to hop on because I haven't really gotten to like connect to you guys about HOWLER Back Now. It's all been on the socials. But I just wanted to see how you guys are liking it. What else you guys would want to change? Is there any particular questions that I'm not answering from guest to guest that would apply to all different departments, from casting to talent to producers to directors to DPs to makeup to hair and special effects? Just let me know. Okay, so I'm going to see. I love you guys. I love you guys too. Thanks so much for joining. I'm so cute with that hat. Hi, Jessica Luza. Oh my gosh, that's my friend. She is on a show called Johnson on Bounce, so check that out if you haven't seen it. Hi, guys. Talking Portuguese. I only know like obrigado. That's all I know. And brigadeiro, of course. So you want the podcast on YouTube? Yes, we're working on that. Hopefully looking better than this. Yeah, we're working on the podcast for YouTube. Right now we record the Zooms. But they, we will do some slight editing to the podcast if someone messes up an answer or, stumbles. We take those pieces out usually. And so the Zoom wouldn't match the podcast, if that makes sense, when we load the podcast. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's not like it's, incriminating information or anything like that we're editing. It's just like, mess ups. So we could put the Zooms online on YouTube. So I think we're trying to work on that for maybe potentially season 2. We'll see. I love you guys too. This is fun. A lot of Brazilian flags. Yeah, Brazil's like what, a couple hours ahead right now from Pacific time. I'm feeling okay after surgery. It was a really rough. This is like my first real day up. Maybe my second day out of bed. Was kind of in bed yesterday. I didn't think I'd be so bored because you can't watch TV. You can't really, I can do a few sentences of a text, but I can't like read a script yet. Sorry. Yeah. So it's okay. It like twitches, but I'm doing really okay today. I just can't. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it looks very pretty in the it looks like a painting. I know, it's very funny. But yeah, my neighbors have awesome plants. And then that little cactus guy's mine and that palm tree's mine. Does it hurt? Yes, pterygium surgery hurts really bad, so I don't recommend it. But unfortunately, I had to get the surgery. It was not an elective surgery. Because, if a pterygium passes, that's called the vision of access that I've learned. You can have quite a few vision problems or worse. I don't know any Hindi. Hi, guys. So anyway, yeah, I just wanted to see, do I have any movies? I do have a project coming out later this year, and it's 37 series regulars. It's a holiday series, mini-series, and it is so much fun. I had a blast shooting it. It was such a fun group of people. We shot it up in Victoria, Canada. A woman named Gina Matthews produced it, and she did How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. She did a lot of Jennifer Gardner content, 13 going on 30, and she's just a blast to work with. She's a go-getter. I've learned a lot from her, and you'll find more about that later this year. But it was a really fun project to be on for the last couple months of last year. Thank you guys. I appreciate the compliments. You love the acting in the podcast. Yeah, the podcast is different because, I know so many of you guys are not from the United States where, well, I guess more the point of that, the comment is like, I know a lot of you guys, English is not your first language. So it's one of my questions with the podcast. I was like, can we translate it to other languages? And I don't know the answer to that. I mean, essentially the answer was like, we don't know, which I guess assuming it's a no, which is why I want to try and get it on YouTube. So that's definitely something we're trying to do. Oh, hi, Amanda. That's so sweet of you to join in my lovely getup. Amanda, I had eye surgery. That's why I look ridiculous. I can't have any light near my eye. I do remember the kiss with Scott. It's funny. I'm rewatching the first season. Obviously, I rewatch all the episodes for the podcast, and it has been really fun. Now that we're getting into like this, the 3/4 of the way through season 1, it's been, sorry guys, it's been really just fun to watch the show progress. Like at the beginning, it felt like the beginning to me, and so now that we're episodes 9, I think just came out. So. Yeah, it's been really fun. 9, 10 have been, I think, my favorite episodes of the season so far. But I do remember the kiss with Scott. I even said on the podcast, like I think we, narratively we were playing with like how much is the central cast going to kind of screw each other over on the show, and ultimately we veered away from it. With Styles, Jackson and Allison kind of having that flirtation, and then me doing what I did. So, I'm personally glad. I think the show took another route. Not so much the betrayal of the main core group. I haven't seen Prison Break, but I know the show, of course, but I haven't seen it. Travel. Yeah, travel's great. You guys are so funny. So my favorite seasons of Teen Wolf. Oh gosh, I like parts of seasons. So I like the latter half of season 1, and I really like season 3 just because there's so much going on in season 3. The cast is so big. Storylines are awesome. I just really love season 3. But I guess parts of season 2 I like with Colton, and his Canema stuff is pretty fun. Just looking for any sort of, hey Caitlin, I got eye surgery, I'm sorry I look like this. Yeah, I love season 3. So yeah, my profile picture it's sort of nostalgia for my profile picture for Instagram. That's the first picture I uploaded. It was at Comic-Con. It was the year Instagram came out. One for nostalgia. I'll put up like photos in my house and those people, like if it's an ex-boyfriend, they won't, obviously at least not a normal basis be in my life anymore, and I still have like the pictures of them in my house just because I'm so bad about updating pictures. But the Instagram portion of it, I left up on purpose just because it was the first picture I uploaded to Instagram, and so I thought that I just think that's a fun moment in time to freeze, because that's when social media changed so much, or online landscapes changed so much with Instagram. I wasn't a big Twitter person. I'm definitely more on Instagram, and I wish I could say I'm a TikTok person. As of now, I'm not. I just stuck with Instagram. Thanks for loving the podcast. It's been really fun to chat with people. It's something I wish I could lean more into, but right now right now the Teen Wolf is the only podcast. I can only speak French un peu, just a little bit. Oh, thanks. My hair is pretty dirty right now. So yeah, the exciting project will come out later this year for me. I have a mini-series coming out for those of you that just joined, and 37 cast members that were series regulars, so it's quite funny. I'm good. My best friend on the Teen Wolf set, oh gosh, that's hard to answer. I mean, obviously, like, you know, I've known Colton since the beginning, and we're the craziest together, but you know, you love everybody for different reasons, and we all keep in touch for the most part. I know I'm seeing so many different languages. I wish we could get the podcast translated, but I think that's a lot easier said than done. It's, I would think, incredibly difficult to transcribe a podcast. The character I like most, it changes, but I mean, like, I just think Coach is so funny. But I love, you know, a lot of the characters for a lot of different reasons. My villain from Teen Wolf, well, that changed from season to season, yeah. Is there certain questions you guys want? I am in Mayans. Yes, that is me. It was a great, Mayans is the nicest cast. They're so professional and they're so nice. So they're just quite lovely. I was on that show for a couple of years, just in and out. Not my life. So are you guys liking the structure of the podcast, or would you like more questions? So no, Lenny. Oh my God, they're so funny. Hi, Lenny. He's an Instagram friend. No, I got eye surgery, and so I can't have light anywhere near my eye for several weeks. It's called pterygium. It's awful. But they like graft part of your eye, so I got that about a week ago. So I have to look like this. Let me see what else is going on. Yeah, these are not cool glasses, guys. These are surgery glasses. My friends are making fun of me saying I look like a grandma in these glasses, because I can assure you I do. The hat makes it look a little more stylish, but like not really. It's also like, who is she trying to hide from under there? All right, guys. So you guys don't want to talk. There's so many I love yous, but I was gonna see. Can you please say hi, Damon? Yeah, I just wanted to see if you guys like the structure of the podcast, or if there's questions that you want me to ask every time with every guest, or if you know, you guys are happy with it and we should just keep trucking. But I haven't actually come on here and publicly talked about you know, since we started the podcast like 3 or 4 months ago. 3 months ago. So I just wanted to see how you guys are liking it. And it's a different format. I think we started a podcast because there's been a lot of rewatch podcasts, and I have my own little fangirl corner of the world where I love off-grid living. It's this bizarre, because I don't off-grid live in any aspect of my life, but I'm obsessed with alternative lifestyles. And there's a couples I follow on YouTube and people I follow on YouTube that started their podcasts. And I found myself gravitating towards them when I was in the car, and just wanted some background noise, usually on road trips. And so I thought, people, you know, love Teen Wolf. Okay, well, for the people that love Teen Wolf, would they want to, you know, a behind the scenes look at not just what the actors are doing, because that's the tip of an iceberg and essentially like a massive company that is a show. So bringing on casting directors or producers or the executives at the network at that time who've gone on to other networks, I think it'd be really interesting. I think it's interesting, so maybe you guys might think it's interesting to get a behind the scenes look of how they found the show. And I mean, I found out Jeff Davis was like an IT tech guy for 6 years at Fox before writing. He was still writing during that time, but before selling shows. And I thought that was not only just admirable that's not like 6 months, that's a long time to be doing it for 6 years, and look how successful he is today. So there's so many I learned something from every single guest that comes on that I wouldn't have learned otherwise. And it's a great way to keep in touch. So it fills me up. I love doing the podcast, but I wanted to see what you guys think of it. And if there's anything else you guys want me to be talking about. But there's not a lot of podcast questions on here. So I think you guys must be just good with it. Are you guys able to understand the podcast for those of you who English is not your first language? I mean, obviously that's going to be a varied answer. There's going to be a lot of varied answers in that situation. But yeah, we're just trying to figure out if we should be trying to quickly get them on YouTube so that there's, at least subtitles on YouTube to a certain extent of accuracy. I am going to be in Paris in May. I will be there. So the podcast airs on anywhere you get your podcasts. So you can go into Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Those are the two that I'm aware of. I can only assume there are other platforms that have podcasts that you can go to their podcast section and search Howler Back Now. But yeah, for at least the States, for I'm assuming other countries, it's Apple and Spotify is where I personally get my podcasts. I usually listen on Apple. I don't know why that is, but it's habit, I think, because I listen to my music on Spotify. Yeah, definitely working on Disney 29 something. I have the one eye good eye working. We are going to help try to get it to YouTube. What's the cast doing now? All kinds of things. Let me see. Hello, guys. I can't. No, I can't put any light on my eye, unfortunately. Okay. Well, I just wanted to pop on and love you guys and hi and all the lovely greetings. I just wanted to make sure you guys were liking the podcast, and I love you, Amanda, and all the other comments. Anyway, I wanted to see if you guys wanted anything else. Wow. Wanted anything else from the show, or if we should just keep on trucking. But it looks like we should just keep on trucking. All right, guys, I'm going to go probably rest a little bit, but that's all I know for now. But hopefully you guys are enjoying it. Howler Back Now. Subscribe. Go into wherever you get your podcast. Subscribe to the podcast. And then you'll get a notification every week where there's a new podcast. We're going to be finishing up season 1 in a few weeks. Each episode is a podcast episode. So each episode of the show is a podcast episode. There's 12 episodes in season 1, so we will have 12 episodes of the season 1 podcast. There was actually a couple more because we did the movie and we did a greetings episode. So there's actually 14 of season 1. So that's a mistake. Of course, 14 episodes of the podcast in season 1, but 12 episodes of the show. But we had Shelly on for the movie, and Colton was kind enough to come on for the first origin episode of Howler Back Now. But yeah, go into wherever you get podcast. It's called Howler Back Now. Subscribe if you haven't listened. If you guys are Teen Wolf fans, you're getting on with me at various times a day. But if you're in Pacific time at noon, at lunchtime, and chatting. So if you guys like my content or you guys like Teen Wolf, definitely check out the podcast. You guys might enjoy it. Again, Howler Back Now, wherever you get your podcast, go subscribe so you can get notifications. We come out every Monday. We actually technically come out midnight on Sunday, which is Monday. But we don't really announce it till Monday morning because it's on the East Coast that it comes out. So anyhow, hope you guys enjoy it, and I will see you guys later. All right, bye guys.